You're listening to Eastside Radio 89.7 FM. We're joined by Andre Slade from OceanFit to speak about the Ocean Responsibility Code. This sounds like a bit of a law. Andre, what is it? The Ocean Responsibility Code. Welcome to the program. What is that?
Well, first of all, it's definitely not a law, and I guess the reason why at OceanFit I've developed this Ocean Responsibility Code is really to get away from all that negative gearing that a lot of messages are around beach safety and things like that. Often we always hear never do this or don't do this, and those kind of words are not particularly enjoyable for me, and I think the beach is one of the most amazing playgrounds in Australia, and I like to think that everyone should take their own responsibility when they go to the beach rather than being directed what to do. So that's the kind of background of the Ocean Responsibility Code. It's just really about understanding the ocean and taking it into your own hands, your own safety.
And it has some really just like straightforward things to do in there. Just give us a bit of a background on that.
The number one point is respect the ocean. So that's not the kind of thing that we hear about that often when we're talking about surf safety or ocean safety. But it's really important. If you talk to the Hawaiians who are ultimate watermen out there, they'll always talk about respecting the ocean because it's a great, powerful environment. It's unpredictable and it's home to hidden dangers. So respect is number one. And then we can do some more practical things like making sure we swim at patrol beaches between the red and yellow flags, making sure we're prepared before we go to the beach, checking on the ocean conditions like we've talked about another day, and checking them once we get there, understanding that if the conditions are too much for us and we're in doubt, then we stay out. Just little basic things like that where we think, hang on, do we need to be swimming today, or is it a bit too much for us?
Yeah.
And then there's some other basic things like checking signage. We have a great lot of lifeguards and lifesavers out there that are letting us know about the dangers on beaches. So it's just saying, hey, check them out, check the flags out, check the signs out, and actually
respect it. Have a chat with them.
Exactly.
Say hello to the lifesaver because he may actually save you if he knows you.
Yeah,
no,
and
they will save you anyway.
Respect goes so far, and that's why it was number one. Because whether it's respecting the ocean conditions or respecting yourself, it's really important. If you're swimming with people like you should do, you should be watching out for each other, and that's pretty simple. You swim with a friend, and you can watch out for each other. If you're with young kids, you're keeping really close to them. If you're just with your mate, then at least you're in the water with them, and you can help each other out. Because along with that respect, some people think, I'm better than the ocean. I can go running in, and you might be the funny guy of the group. You run in, you dive in, you hit your head, and all of a sudden you're in trouble. That's as easy as it can happen. We've had cases where surfers, are some of the top watermen in the country, and they can be out surfing, and it only takes one wrong fall off a wave and they're in trouble. And that's why you always find surfers out with their mates, especially if they're going into big wave zones and things like that. So we can learn from surfers. They're the ultimate watermen out there, and we can keep an eye on our mates. So we want to stay in control. We want to keep within our limits, using the correct safety equipment. When we're using things like, if you're on a bodyboard, you might want to have a pair of fins on and a leash so that we can stick with it, and if you're going boating or rock fishing, making sure you wear life jackets. So there's a lot of things you can do in the Ocean Responsibility Code, and it's definitely not the law. So what we like to say is keep to the code, have fun, and stay safe. Know your OceanFit Responsibility Code.
So where can people find the code if they actually want to have a read?
They can find that on oceanfit.com.au.
Easy. How much reading is it? How many pages did you type together?
1 pages. There's a few others there too. So we've got some cool information for families and for kids and for rip currents and things like that too.
Oh, thank you so much, Andre Slade from OceanFit. And we'll speak to you next week. And have a really good week at the beach.
You too.